Hey folks, welcome back. Got another episode here of our game with Lemuria. What turn is it? It's turn 58. And let us see what we had happen. We had another Earth attack cast on this Spenta. I guess they put... I don't think I saw gems on her. I guess they put gems on her. Oh well. I have to kill her some other way. We can just mind hunt her. We summoned a Grand Lemur. I believe this is the Jaman. So, welcome aboard. We had an arrow appear out of the sky and got one of my Shadow Tribunes. Rip. And here got another Shadow Tribune. Rip. Good thing I got plenty more where that came from. We teleport on top of Calum here. This, I think we put up Rigor Mortis here, which is a huge waste. Actually, maybe we don't do Rigor Mortis. Oh, we used a gem on Soul Vortex. The fuck? That's unusual. And then we teleported on top of Pythium. And I've got a kind of Jedi plan. Not Jedi, but, you know. It's a Jedi for me. Alright, we're not the upper echelons of cool shit, but, so because we cleared out the PD, and because we have... This guy can kill like an engine on the PD. And because we have our big cap on the army nearby, I expect he thinks I'm going to hit his capital with my army. And that's going to suck for him. And so we are instead going to prepare a tasty little trap for him. I'll show that to you guys in a bit, though. And then here you can see we have a fair number of battles. We'll go through these reasonably quickly. Raiding successful, and killed 3 mages. Very nice. And we picked up some research gear. Potentially even nicer. Any things of value here? What more can you really ask for? And these revelers are actually kind of important because they're keeping my Dominion out. So as I kill these guys, my Dominion is going to flood through. And we're kind of at the phase in the game where I actually just want as much of my Dominion as I can. In some ways, I kind of want to keep it from going to like super high income places where, you know, like I'm still trying to keep it out of Marignan. But in general, I just want it to pour out. I have enough percentage of the map where just despoiling other people's land is fine. I don't really need to worry about collecting income from it, because basically I'm already getting effectively like Lemuria-style income in the form of ghosts from so much of the map that just making the rest of the map shitty for them. This is a lot of PT on top of Atlantis. 239. That is a lot. You know, I actually need to change my script. Do I have a... I'm going to spoil this a little bit. Fuck. I don't want him to die. I need to find some poison gear for this idiot. We'll come back and do that in a minute. I want to do Wailing Winds. I don't want to fight that PD. I want them to GTFO. I was going to do fatigue plays, but I think I'm going to do instead Foul Vapors and Wailing Winds. That'll be plenty. So anyway, that was on Atlantis. Unsuccessful raiding. But good thing we pinged it, because I know how much PD... And this is a shit ton of PD. We successfully raid against Calum. And then here we have this is probably the coolest part of this turn. So Calum kept his army here. And he's got a lot of these... And I think he's preferentially bringing the... No. I guess he's put... Okay, these Death 1s he is on advance. And they're going to do Dust to Dust. And these Death 2s are going to spam Horde of Skeletons. I think that is the plan. Then he's got this idiot here. And then he's got this idiot here with some Fire Gems. This guy actually, as it turns out, is going to do... Firestorm. And then this guy here cast Army of Lead. I'm not sure who... But I have cast Wind of Death. And these guys have jumped all over me. But I think I've already gotten 2 Winds of Death off. And you can see the kind of purple-colored guys are... Well... They're the ones who've been infected. We're not going to cast it again. Right now we're just up on returning. And he gets the shit smacked out of him here. He's at 16 health. And if he dies, and I lose all this good gear. So I'm really kind of planning on returning going off, which... Yoink! just as you thought you had me. Now, let's see who we got. I don't think these guys are infected. That guy's twice warned. Most of these guys aren't. Yoink. And there goes Winds of Death. So, net effect, we didn't kill the important adventure. There were 2. One was just like a little archer. We got 1 of the Harab Elders, and then we got 18 of the Harab Seraphs. So that's pretty nice. I mean, these guys, they're not super expensive, but, you know, they're fort turns. And, yeah, it's going to take the pressure off this siege. There were... We killed a good number of the Storm Guard, too. I mean, 70, 2 of them, and then some of the Magma Children. The Magma Children actually kind of wreck my shit, too, so good to get them out of the way. It cost us some Shadow Tribunes and Ghosts, but nothing in this world is free, my friends. So that was pretty interesting. Did we already... I feel like... Okay, was this way back here? Okay, yeah. Here's this one. So then coming down, Earth Gnome we steal, which actually is nice, because I have this guy on top of a fort, so I can leave this Earth Gnome behind, and he'll keep the fort locked down. Successfully raid the underwater from Calum. And then here we bump into quite a few guys. So he has a little raiding squad with people designed to kill my thugs. One of the things Calum's done is he's shifted the ratio of like soldiers to mages to have more mages, because basically with only 1 or 2 mages there's a chance my Grand Lemurs could cloud turkeys on top of him and kill him, but with this many I can't really do that with mages. However, jumping a shit ton of undead, it's going to be very good for them. This guy's probably going to evacuate unless we get to him. No, we get to him. So, yeah, we killed 4 more of these guys. So we've killed a lot of these guys this turn so far. And this is not like it's the first turn of our war or anything. He has just been racking up casualties. Here we bump into... This on top of Pythium. Apparently he moved some folks in. Presumably to go, you know... Oh, they were researching. So these guys were researching in another province. And I had my guy on top of his capital magic phase. So when he moved into his capital, he was expecting to just walk inside the fort. But if you magic phase on top of the fort people are walking into, they end up fighting. Yes. Yes. We found Didnt got an Alquil. Nice, man. And then coming down here, this one was a little bit of a shit show. These guys were out in front, and they're not really on attack rear, but in this case, they just sniped my commander, so rip. Agartha has been taken from us. Lemuria. Okay, yeah, we get raided here. This is kind of his generic little squad he's sending out, because it's mostly immune to my thugs, and it's going to kill 1 or 2 PD. This is like as low a commitment as he'll go. And then here's another one. He successfully raids me. Here we move our big doom stack that was going to drive him off of our fort. These guys are now on the offense, and they're charging towards Pythium's capital. And then here we raid Kalem. Here we raid Pythium. And he has a fair amount of PD, but that is what we have a damn degree in taking out, so that works pretty well for us. And then coming down here, we successfully raid Pythium again. You can see we're doing a lot of raiding. And then here, he does a little bit of a PD dump, and then has a few mages. And, kill these guys. This probably would have killed the Grand Legion if I sent the Grand Legion. But the mages are not that good when heavily outnumbered against ghosts. They're more like single target guys. So that's 3 more we've killed. He's getting low on mages. We've killed a lot. And then here we have our big battle for the fort outside of Atlantis' cap. Now, for some reason, this protection doesn't go off. I thought I must not have sent my nature mage inside. I think that's friendly occurrence. And then we have Shark Attack go off. But we're actually taking a lot of this is because we did mass protection. It's a lot of water on this side, so... And then the water element is more pretty good for me. I didn't do rigor mortis. But their guys are fatigued out, and our immortals are not scared. We've also converted one of their rivalries, so we just barely win this. I do not know why I didn't send my nature mage in. It must have just slipped my mind, because they were here. Anyway. I think. Maybe I moved them there and was anticipating a battle outside the fort with the cat mages joining in. No, I think they were there. I must have just forgot to have them storm, but that was pretty expensive. And I probably also should have done, rigor mortis. But, anyways, we learn. We live and we learn. Now, one thing I need to figure out here, I need to sort out, if you will, is I want to do Wailing Winds this fight. I can bring this guy, but the thing is I'm also doing Foul Vapors with Camille. So if I send this guy in, he's probably going to get poisoned. And I don't really have a way to prevent it that I can think of. Let's check real quick my inventory. Scanning. Okay, this is my main army, but we've got one here. And he doesn't need it, really. Well, I mean, this army could get Foul Vapored, so it's not bad. Think I'm fresh out. Well, there's a few things we can do. one of the things we can do is I can take this off of her and put it on him. And then Sulfuric can do resist poison before. And then mass protection. And then personal regen. Okay. So we do this. This is going to make him... It gives him another little attack, which is actually kind of cool attack. But it's going to also give him 5 poison resistance. Now, we should be able to... Wait. Oh, we can't do Wind of Death, can we? I mean, Wailing Winds. Or is it Death 3? I kind of forget. Oh, wait, not you. Oh, no, it's Death 4. I need a damn Skull Staff. Somebody has a Skull Staff. I think I've got one over here. Shit. Is that my only one? I thought I had 2. Okay, you're doing Revive Grand Lemuria with the Skull Staff, which is a fine use. Mead Maker, you're researching with one. That will not do. Okay, so anyway, we put a Skull Staff on him. And then he's going to pop Wailing Winds. And... And that should do some wonders for me. We'll go ahead and put basically all our gems on him. He's doing Withered Bones. I don't think that's actually the right thing for him here. What do we want to have him... What do we want this guy to cast? We're coming in. I've got water power. Okay, Friendly Currents isn't going to work on land. Okay, clearly, I had already submitted my turn, but clearly I didn't think about it because I didn't change anybody's script. Well, Friendly Currents, none of this stuff. Quagmire's good for doing fatigue plays. I'm not expecting fire stuff anymore, so I don't really need to worry about that. We should do that in advance and cast spells. For you, good sir, a lot of these guys, not a lot, 70, 80 of them, a third of them had magic weapon. I mean, had normal weapons. So potentially I could do Stygian Rain. Where's Stygian Rain? So this one gives invulnerability 15 and gives us rain. Costs 2 death gems. Kind of feel like it's worth it. But you know the other thing that would be really good here is Skeletal Legion. Do I have it? I have that coming out. I feel like mass protection is going to be good enough, I think. I don't think there's any water stuff I want to cast. Yeah, I think we just do advance and cast spells with you, buddy. So anyway, that's basically what we've got. Ingocox and Mournfuls. So we're going to roll up in here with basically this whole army. I don't think we'll one-turn pop it. I think this is going to be a 2-turn pop. And that's going to be with reinforcements from here. We're moving in a bunch of scouts, and those are mainly to be assassin bait next turn. Here we're going to be storming this fort. I think I went through all the things, didn't I? Yeah. Oh yeah, because we just watched this battle. So we did lose a fair amount. I don't think we really looked at this report. I got a white mage, which is probably worth 400 undead, so it's a fair trade. But it did it did cost us a lot of undead. But anyway, he's wrecked. He has nothing left now. So yeah, these guys, they're going to come back over here. Here, we're going to storm this fort. I don't think there's much inside. And it will give us a boiling current, which is nice. And I can temple these up. I had a shit ton of money this turn. I got a gold event. I didn't go through the events, did I? I need to see what this event is. The Eye Pebble Plain. Where is this? I'm going to go figure out what this is. Okay, I went and looked it up. And basically, we can get... If I have an Astral Mage here, which probably not going to, I can get a kind of shitty item. I mean, if I had easy to get Astral Mages to put over here, it might be worth it. It might be worth it to site search. Like with this guy, like to move an Astral guy in and site search at some point. But anyway. But for the events, what did we finish those? This was the cool one. We got a fair number of gems. A Brazen Vessel, which I can't really use. I've thought about selling it, but I don't really want to give blood boosters to anyone. And then gold. So I actually kind of had trouble spending my gold this turn. What I decided to do, and it's a little ballsy, was I decided to start building a palisade here and to start building a palisade here. I'm also getting to the point where it's about time to build a temple in Marignon. We've got 3 candles. I've got my stone idol here. I could build another stone idol too, but I've got 3 candles. The population's down like 35% already. So I don't know. We'll see. It's probably in like 2 turns I'll build a temple. But I have temples all around it. This is a forest, and so Enchanted Forest is going to keep my dominion kind of out of here. And if it goes to Pythium's dominion, I may have to build a temple, because I don't really want this attack here, which is kind of cool if you look at where it was. It's after the fort phase, but before the event phase, so it's a really weird timing for this. But yeah, Enchanted Forest will attack. So I guess all these here are like, this can potentially get attacked. Sorry, I got some yawns. And then this one, I guess, can, if this goes enemy dominion, can attack like a few provinces. So I'm not really interested in that so much. So anyway, this one, I've got a lot of forts I have to temple is basically the message. I've got this one, I've got this one, I've got this one, so it's 3. I've got 4, I've got 5. 5 more forts I can temple. That's a free death gem. Not free, I'm going to have to pay a shit ton of gold for it, but I don't really want to kill the population here overly quick. I think I'm going to wait a little bit for my dominion to spread and get some of that cash money, if you know what I mean. We've got other forts coming up here too. This one is now 4 months away, so I guess I started this one this turn. I think I started 3 forts this turn. This one's 2 turns away. So anyway, we're going to have a lot of fort upgrading to do, but all these forts are going to, I think, just basically guarantee my position in the game. I've also turned on some recruitment. Like, I had stopped recruiting fire mages for a little bit. I turned that back on. Now, the Diplo. We've got... Statista said they need to take stuff from Gath, but Gath isn't really leaving here. My expectation is that Gath is going to march his ass down here and try to take this from me. I think Gath probably sees this as the throne of mine, which he can challenge most. Potentially this one, but I think this one. So, I do need to think about upgrading this. I think we're going to go ahead and get these, but next turn, if I'm not templing stuff, I probably need to upgrade these too. It's not really going to easily stop this army from cracking it. I mean, this one doesn't have a lot of giants, but once he gets the giants in the Sierra, they crack forts pretty fast. The Pythium army over here has retreated inside. So, anyway, we'll deal with that. There's also a Tart here. So a Tartarian Monstrum. I think the Tartarian Monstrum is like the one of the shittier ones. I think that's like the Sphinx chassis. Maybe they're all named the same, but I thought the Monstrum was this like Sphinx type chassis. Anyway, we'll probably have to deal with him coming out and attacking me somewhere. Sorry, I've got like a tickle in my throat. We've got over here, you can see things have turned. This is basically, I'm telling you guys, this is the way to play Lemuria. It's you let people attack you. They put a big fucking army on top of your fort. You hit it with whatever you can. Once you have Wind of Death, you can just keep poking it. Which is what we did. Until we have shattered it to pieces. And now as it's shattered and it retreats, we're killing everything. We're coming in, killing all of these mages, killing all these troops. Look at all these guys we're getting. We're just invading. He thought, like, oh, I've got Purgatory up. My little 2 Dominion candles with Purgatory is going to keep Lemuria out. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. So here's the trap we have set up over here. First of all, we're just going to be raiding like friggin' crazy. I could raid with this guy, and I want to, but I also want to get these research items back to a lab. So we're going to go do that ASAP. Here we're going to split these guys and go raid both these provinces because, why would we not? Deconcon is going to move off of the cap and come down here. And at first I was like, okay, well, let's just send a scout to kind of lock down Pythium, and we'll get to see how his army is set up, and we can maybe take some guesses at what he's going to do. So that's what I was thinking. Let's do that. And then we'll send Deconcon over here to raid. I've put him in a situation where he's really probably like, time is not really his friend. He needs to be using this army to kill stuff. So I don't think it's going to make sense for him to not defend his capital when it's pretty obvious I'm going to attack it. But I'm not going to attack it. Instead, we're going to go ahead and move on top of this fort. This should be enough to one turn pop this fort. We can then choose to storm it or not. And we can potentially also, if we want to get off of it, we can come down here and come and knocking on this fort, which would be nice. Really putting pressure over here on Calum could potentially make him give up some of the Agartha lands to me, which, would be nice. But the trap, the trickety trap, is on Pythium. We are sending Sakanay. And Sakanay is all geared up. He's lost an eye because he's got his Eye of the Void. He's got his Ring of Returning. He's got some gear. And what Sakanay is going to do is 3 Wind of Death spells. And we don't need these pearls on anybody. 3 Wind of Death spells. So if he sends his army, not only will he gem bait, which would be nice, but we should kill damn near everything, because it's going to be 4 penetration casts, which is a lot. Now, if he magic duels me, I'm going to be very sad, Panda. Which is the thing to do if you're thinking I might do it. I mean, really, magic duel is good against Lemuria, and Pythium has cheap enough mages where he probably can do it. The thing is, he's lost so many of them already, he's probably hesitant to, because he doesn't want them to die. And he has the wrong kind of mages. He's got these Serpent Acolytes who suck. I think what he did is he took magic scales and he's like, oh, I'm going to get all these super cheap mages, and I'm going to research. I'm going to be the first to have every spell researched. And I think he did that, but now it's like, what the fuck are you going to do with all your shitty mages? Like, what are these guys going to do? They're Holy One priests, I guess. That's how they're most useful against me. But, like, where are your Therogs? Like, these are the guys he needs. I've got, like, a cut on my tongue. I feel like I can barely talk. He needs these guys. Oh, my God. These guys are cap only? Oh, my God. Oh my god. Pythium. I didn't realize when I killed 40 of them that they were cap only. I thought he could be replacing these out of every fort. What the hell? Oh no. Pythium, you're dead, dude. You're so dead. You have no way of coming back. Yeah, okay. He doesn't want to suicide his cap only mages, but still. And, you know, he does it. It's not even guaranteed it's going to work. But it's... Magic Duel's really good against Lemuria, guys. I mean, if you have really cheap things that are disposable. But it's like, if Lemuria can't count on their Grand Lemurs getting spells off, it's really hard to play as him. So, not only would it be good in this army, because it would potentially take down, you know, Rigor Mortis or Wailing Winds or whatever it is I'm casting. So not only would it do that, but if I send in some kind of cheese like Wind of Death, it will just wreck my shit. Especially if I send up fully geared Wind of Death cheese, which is what we're going to be doing. So, surprise, motherfucker. We've got Sakane coming over here. And if he moves this army in, it's going to be delicious. On one hand, you know, on one hand, this army is not very scary. Like, we should recognize. The scariest part of this is the Queen of Air Elementals. So there's two of them, so I've got to be a little worried about it. But there's... So on one hand, it's not very scary, but on the other hand, there's not a ton of great Wind of Death targets. You know, there's like... I get a few of them more of the Therogs, which would be good. Some Gladiators. Get some of the Great Eagles. I presume he has some stuff in his cap. We can actually go back and look at last turn. What the hell did he have in his cap? Bunch of garbage. Hey, what do you do? I think he's checkmated. I wasn't even trying to kill him. I was just keeping him from killing me. These guys, man. Dude, they're like all in on attacking me. And they go on this all in, and it just doesn't work. I mean, they don't get close. He got a little close, but they don't even really get close to taking one piece of infrastructure from me. They don't even get one fort. And then after I shatter their all in, it's like, game over. They're done. They're done. He has nothing. He has nothing. I mean, he has these Tartarians. So, let's take a look. I don't even think a Tart can get from here to here in one turn. Maybe if it's flying, it might be able to, which I think it is. But he's got to, like, Gift of Reason it, and, you know, it's, like, not a fast thing. And it may be feeble-minded, and it's got to sit in Gift of Health. Like, Tarts are not like, boom, you summon them and you use them. You know, you've got to cajole them. You've got to be nice to them. You've got to let them wake up from being dead for forever. You know, it takes a while. So, yeah. If he falls into this trap, and like we Wind of Death his army, like with everything he has left, and if that is successful, and we've cracked this fort, it's basically game over. He'll have like an army of like 40 things sitting in Pythium, and nothing except this army way over here, which is so out of position. He's got to go 1, 2. I mean, we'll be able to crack his fort before he gets back. I mean, he'll have a Tart or two, but we will wreck Tarts. Like, we will wreck Tarts. Not even worried. Oh, boy. You know what I probably should make over here, too? We need to make one of the... I should need a Holy Scourge on hand. Dealing with these Tarts. Yeah, we should be able to one hit pop them with a good old Holy Scourge. Maybe if I wonder if I have a Strength Bracer or something. Because I have these Boots of Giant Strength. It would be nice to have Armor of Knights. Let's go ahead and make this, actually. Girdle of Might. Give me that little extra strength pop. And that way when we jump on that tart, I mean, that's like plus 10 damage per hit. So, on the Holy Scourge. Maybe even more, because it gets the two-handed multiplier, and then it gets that. Yeah, it's going to be a lot. We're going to be like 1 or 2 hit killing it. Even if it's like one of the big boys, it's got like a couple hundred HP. I think we're going to be hitting for like 100 something. Okay. So, this is Pythium. You know what's interesting, too, and I was mentioning this in the last episode. I was talking to them, and they said, like, oh, yeah, they're fine. Like, they haven't even lost anything important. Like, dude, do you not see what's happening to you? Like, my guys are about to meet in the middle. Anyway. Here we're trying to siege this down. This is a really good province. A ton of income and then 4 gems. This is like almost cap level value. So we need to get over here pretty much ASAP. These idiots, where are they going? They're going to help with the capital siege. These idiots are coming here to take the forest. These guys are moving out to raid. These guys here were moving out to raid Calum. Oh, this is the interesting part. So this is where we had our Wind of Death trap going off here. And highly successful, killed almost all the mages. And I was thinking, though, he still cracked the fort. And technically, if he had invaded last turn, I think he would have won. They would have had to fight Robin, who was sitting with this gear inside. But I think they would have won. It depended kind of how the dust-to-dust stuff all worked. I could have lived. It would have been close. But what I've decided to do is we've got Robin and Skirner jumping out. Robin is going to sit in the back. He's got some people guarding him, so he's going to pop Soul Vortex, which will heal fatigue. Power the Spheres, Rigor Mortis, boom. Invulnerability, this is for Skelly spam. Astral Shield. Oh shit. Who's blessing him? Okay, we also are we're gonna have Thuella come. I think Thuella's gonna site search. She's gonna do some air elementals. I don't think it's actually gonna help that much. So now what we're gonna do? I need a fluffer is the thing. Wait, who else moving over here? Oh no. Did I really have all you guys coming in and I'd hit intern? Who all is moving over here? No. Okay, we've just got this person, so good. You're going to come back here, and you're going to fluff with Unholy Protection, Unholy Blessing, Unholy Power. Okay. Now, what is this going to do? I'll have you retreat. What is this going to do? Well, you can do advanced attack. Well, you'll retreat. Okay, so she's going to get all fluffed up. We're going to drop Rigor Mortis, which means the mages are now on a clock. Now, Skirner, he's got pretty high MR. He's going to be doing Earth Power, Temper, Flesh, Iron Will. With Iron Will, he'll be up at like 24 protection or MR. And I'm worried about Disintegrate. And I know with some mages Skelly spamming, I've been like on the fence sending Skirner in. Because on one hand, he's not going to die to dust, so it's going to be harder for them to kill him. On the other hand, he's going to have some death mages on advance and cast spells, and some of them are going to potentially do Disintegrate spam. And Disintegrate spam, while it won't kill him quickly, it will kill him. It's an MR negates. Like, if you fail, you die. I can't remember if it's MR easily negates. No, it's just MR negates. You fail, you die. It's a very potent spell. But it's kind of short range. Anyway, he'll probably be fine. But we're a little concerned. So the plan is I'm going to count on him surviving 6 or 7 rounds of... Hopefully they skelly spam or something, then they go on advancing cast spells, we'll see. Or, I don't even know. But, anyway, he's going to do that, and basically all the skelly spam they summon will come up and mess with this guy. And then if they're on advancing cast spells, they'll get kind of close to Skirner and start messing with him, but they're not going to make it all the way back to dust to dust Robin. And this means Robin's going to sit here and just spam out skeletons because he's going to be way far away from everybody else. So he's going to be sitting here dropping skeletons while we've got Rigor Mortis up. And what this should do is allow me to kill all of these idiots. Now, potentially he can just run. He can just retreat, and he'll be fine. But I think he probably is like, I want to make a play so damn bad. Like, give me this for it. So maybe in a moment of desperation, he'll try to seize it. But if he does, we will be here, ready to take it from him. Now, you know what I can do? Because I'm going to need more stuff in this theater of war over here. I think we're going to go ahead and move an idiot up this way. And then they'll be potentially more able to siege Panya. And then here, hide and wait. I probably should have him retreat. We'll just ping this, see what kind of PD he has. So anyway, that's what's happening down here. And it's a little tricky. It took me for a while to come up with this because Robin couldn't do it alone. And then Skirner couldn't do it alone. And so I was like, well, I can't do it. Thuella couldn't do it. And more often than not, thugs, certainly like protection thugs or whatever, where you're worried about mages kind of killing you, they don't tend to do that much better when you combine them as like 2. I mean, there's a lot of situations where it doesn't, so it's not like, oh, I'll send 2 and they'll be fine. With elves and stuff like defense-based things, it can matter. But anyway, I think the secret here is the Rigor Mortis tiring them out so Skirner can actually survive the mages. But whether it works or not, we'll find out. And I think we fixed the scripting here. We've got this guy doing resist poison, mass protection. We've got Camille doing elemental fortitude, foul vapors. We've got Quagmire. We've got you who are supposed to be doing Rigor Mortis. And Wailing Wind's coming out. Everything seems just dandy. And I think the Kalem front, because we talked about Pythium, we haven't talked that much about Kalem. I mean, really just more business as usual. We're going to be locking down this fort. He's got a ton of guys here. 220. I don't think this is enough to one-turn pop my forts, though. So, we'll see. And I feel pretty confident in defending them at the moment. We also have a Mind Hunt, potentially, we could do. But I don't see any targets. Yeah, I don't see any obvious targets here. So, anyway, we'll continue researching. I probably should take this off in case, like, we get some random assassination or something. A little paranoid. But anyway, I think that is it, guys. I don't feel like we're about to win, like it's imminent. I probably could, like, end my nap with Satis or something and try to take it, one of their thrones again. But maybe I just go for the Pythium throne, and that, I don't know, people may feel better about that. The problem with that is Purgatory. Is there a Kalem throne I could go after? I could go after this Kalem throne, too. This army's been so destroyed now from this battle. This is actually an option. He does potentially have a lot of stuff which can get over here. So, I don't know. Maybe not a great idea. And I feel like this is like the weakest portion of my empire. But yeah. I mean, if I conquer Pythium, it's basically GG, regardless of thrones. I think it's basically GG regardless of thrones anyway, but Gath potentially could enter with a lot of force when he's ready. But anyway, that is it. Thank you for watching. See you next time.